I'm about to say, damn, how long is it gonna take to let you join? Turn the volume down.
I think we ready.
Oh shit, not two people in here already. Hello. Did you start the live?
Yep. I got the intro going and everything.
Refresh my page so it'll be right at the top. There we go. Give me a moment so I can bring it up and then we can get to talking shit on this lovely Tuesday. This intro so hard. I can bring it up and then we can get to talking shit on this lovely Tuesday. King of Comments is already in the building. King of Comments is already in the building. All right. Got everything up that I need. Oh, I didn't. I gotta share it. Hold on.
They make this so hard to like share on page.
On a laptop, yeah. Like on your phone.
Like,
it's so easy.
And that's why I just went to my phone real quick. Like, I just want to share my stuff. Like, that's it. I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Oh, like, what are you doing?
Be that shit.
This would it be? There it is. Alright. Back. Oh, shit.
Laugh, how you leave?
I know. Add me back in.
Hold on. I'm dragging my screen over. There we go.
There's got to be a better way, y'all. There has to be a better way. Hashtag better way. Because...
Do I got to turn the volume all the way down again? No.
Probably. No?
Nope.
Oh, lucky you.
All right, we are here. And you guys are now tuned into another Talk Your Shit Tuesday. I am just Jer, and she is...
The Lucky Lav.
And this is episode 77. Getting up there.
And what a show this show.
Getting up there with the episodes. You know what? Listen, because there's been a lot of shit going on in this past week, and we have loads to talk about.
We've really outdone ourselves, y'all. You know how you you're always looking for the, like, there's nothing that can top this. Nothing can top this. And boom, just...
There you go. We found a way to top it. That's how we do over here. That's how we do over here. So first things first. What have you been up to in this past week? Anything new that I don't know about?
No.
No? Didn't do anything interesting besides work?
Yeah, because that's all I pretty much did. I went to rehearsal on Friday. I worked Saturday.
Shout out to Mixed Feelings.
Well, we tried to go to several places for brunch on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Chop was closed. Yeah. Chop is closed. Cleveland Chop is closed. So,
okay.
And then Pier W, you absolutely...
Close down, close?
Look like it. Like, you can't see through the windows closed. Like, they got something over the windows. But the Harp is back open. And I was excited because I thought the Harp was closed, but it's not. It was just closed. So now it's back open. But yeah, and for Pier W, you absolutely, definitely need a reservation for brunch on Sunday. Absolutely.
It was going like that?
Yeah. So we ended up going to the lake house, and yeah, shit was good.
That sounds nice. I didn't do anything. I worked. Oh, my mom celebrated her 58th birthday out here.
That is
That
dope.
was that was the 26th, so that was Friday.
Friday.
Um, got her nails done, hair done, everything did. Got her a nice sign for her yard. Wish her a happy birthday.
Yes, I seen that.
Then we were supposed to go to Grill 55, but that didn't happen. You know, young ladies, it takes them a long time to get dressed.
Of
You
course.
know, it just takes me a long time to shower and get ready. But like after a shower, all I need is a good 10 minutes and I'll be ready. But it's everything before then that be taking me forever. So we ended up going to Texas Roadhouse because we had to put something on our stomachs because one of Kadisha's really good friends, Ferg, she got my mama section at where did we go? There you go, at Rumor for her birthday because she said she just wanted to get drunk and enjoy herself. So
sounds so nice.
That's what happens, you know. We enjoyed ourselves and
Good.
exit her out at a proper time before she got too lit, you know, and took her to brunch in the morning. So that's what that was my weekend. That's what I've been up to. And that's that. So let's get into some shit.
Where do
first
we begin?
First things first, because this wasn't even on the docket. And this shit literally, it had to drop while I was making the post about Talk Your Shit Tuesday tonight. Because I want to say less than 5 minutes after I hit post, you sent me this video. I'm sure everyone has seen the video by now. The video of Quavo and Sweetie in their altercation in the elevator.
Yep.
I am shook. Like, I'm still shook because I'm traumatized when it comes to celebrities and elevators after I seen Solange beating up one of my goats, Hove, and Beyonce just standing there looking uncomfortable, but at the same time, like, yeah, nigga, you deserve that. So it's just like, oh my God, what did Hove do to my queen? Like, you know, it's so many levels to this when it comes to elevator altercations for me.
I don't trust elevators. Don't get on no elevator with me. Not now.
So
It's too confined of a space. Like you really want to die. Here's my thing. If you fuck with me in the elevator, you're going to die because I'm gonna panic. I'm panicking because we're in a box and you fucking with me, and that's a problem. It's too close.
Basically,
We're too close, too confined, and I panic. So you might die.
nothing wrong with that. See, what I'm worried about is now I'm worried about when we get famous and stuff. I'm worried about people finding videos of me. When I'm on the elevator by myself, I twerk. That's what I do. So that's what I'm worried about. Like, I ain't getting on no altercations on no elevator because I'm like, you laugh. We in a confined space for these floors. Oh,
you might die.
We going at it.
Right. Like I'm blacking out because not too much room to move.
Yeah, King of Comments, he definitely looked up at that camera and was just like, shit.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, now I've never seen Quavo like this, but he knew. He looked around. He already knew. And I'm like, ooh, he too smart for his own good.
I've watched this video quite a few times because there's two different versions out. It's like a short one that shows just the elevator that was on the shade room. And it's another video that has that part, but it has like the beginning. So in the longer one, you see Sweetie swinging at him. You see him dodging. You don't see him grab her until she goes to grab the bags. And they kind of both kind of tussle over the bags. He kind of flings her to the ground onto the elevator. And she just sits on the elevator. He picks a floor for them to get off on. He uses the Call of Duty bag to hold the elevator up. And he waits for her to get up off the floor because he took the kitchen keys.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, it's Kelly's fault. Every time I think of somebody on the floor, I just think of her on a song. Just, I'm on the kitchen floor. He took the key. So,
Oh my God. I'm not doing this tonight.
So that's what has happened in the video. Now, this took place, they said, sometime in 2020 before they broke up. They just recently broke up very public.
Very publicly.
She basically dumped him on Twitter. I don't know if it happened before then or if that's the way she chose to end it, but she basically broke up with him on Twitter. And, you know, now after this video, it kind of makes sense. Because what did you gather from the video?
Here's the thing. When I seen the video, I thought it was like present day. Meaning like post Saweetie's comments with that interviewer about threesomes, and it could be a dude, and just it made Quavo just look crazy. Like he didn't do anything, and I understand that, but I don't know. Just it made it look weird. So I don't know if I couldn't tell if this video was coming off that. But now that you said that it happened in 2020, I don't know what to make of this video. I never seen Quavo in this light before in my life. This is new to me. I never seen him so aggressive. He always seemed to be
except for with Joe Budden.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, that's a man. Men act manly around other men. That's what they do. But I never seen this. So this was quite interesting to me. And disturbing.
It's very interesting.
Saweetie looked defeated in that corner. I don't know. Like I felt pretty bad for the duration of the time that she was on the floor.
I have so many mixed feelings about this video. King of Comments said, I want to know why the elevator footage didn't have the timestamps that any designated establishment.
Exactly.
I feel like they didn't have the timestamps because I feel like it's the same kind of thing that happened with Beyonce in their video when it came out. Somebody was recording it from the footage, and it's not the actual footage that was recorded from the camera that's on the elevator. That makes No, I think that was with Beyonce. It was the actual footage. Somebody just leaked it. But I feel like this was recorded with a cell phone because when you're watching a longer video, the camera move. Like it moved, but they still in the same spot. So it just looked like from that, I was just like, oh, somebody must be recording this on their phone, you know, something like that. But I have so many mixed feelings about this video because just last Tuesday, I was like, shit, I'm on Quavo's side when it came to the internet Twitter breakup because I was like, we don't hear nothing from him. Like he seems to be about his business and keeps to himself. Like we don't hear no dirt or nothing about him. Right. So to see this video, at first it was just like, oh my God, sweetie, why are you taking off on him like this? Like, what's going on? And then it was just like, oh shit, he done flung her to the ground. Like, oh no.
Yeah. Shit got real.
And then, yeah, right. And she was on the floor. He didn't try to help her up or nothing. And I could understand that. Because living in a household and being surrounded all my life by women, when they're upset, especially if you're the person that they are upset at or that caused them to be upset or hurt or something, they don't really want you to touch them in that moment. So, she probably just would have started swinging again. And then on top of that, as somebody who is now a gamer, that was a Call of Duty bag. Women like to destroy property. Gay men do too, also. Putting it out there. If I just had I told Laf this earlier, if I just was having an argument with a significant other or somebody I'm dating and I know that they like to break things and they get to eye my PlayStation too long, I'm liable to fling them on the floor too.
Yeah.
So like it's and I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to make excuses for Corvo, because I'm not. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason for you to put your hands on anyone. But if we keep it 100 from this video, all he really did was protect himself. Sweetie was the one who was swinging. Now, we don't know what happened before this video or after. But the aggressor in this video is her, because when it starts, all we see is her swinging at him and him moving out the way until they shuffle for the bags. In my head, I don't think he was trying to take no bag from her. In my head, I really feel like this is one of those situations where they're in a toxic relationship. And you know how shit get toxic, like extra toxic, right before both of y'all be like, both of them probably realize like it's time for this relationship to end. But they didn't want to because it's toxic, And they were having one of those little spats. And sis was like, you know what? Fuck all this shit. I'm about to get all my shit and I'm about to go. And she packed her some bags and she tried to get up out of there. And he was just like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Like, I feel like it was one of those situations. I don't feel like it was a situation where he was trying to Tina her or kidnap her or nothing like that,
Yeah, I don't think that's.
And most situations like that, after we done seen Baby Boy, after enough hollering and screaming, 9 times out of the 10, the person who tried to leave, they just end up going back to the house anyway. So we'll keep our ear to the streets for this one. For sure. They're no longer together. I will say, like I said earlier, her public breakup makes more sense. If more information comes to light, it may have been he may be on some Ike type shit and was just like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere at all times. And she was in a safe place and she was just like, yeah, I'm about to take my opportunity, make this very public so everybody sees it like, nigga, I'm out and I'm done with you.
Right.
That's always a possibility, but until we have more facts, that's just me running a scenario in my head, all right? Allegedly. All of this is alleged, okay?
Alleged.
We don't want no smoke with Migos.
At all.
Okay, no smoke. Did you hear, did you see the post in the Joe Budden podcast where it's a rumor going around that the Migos boy who did the Sweetie interview?
Yeah, I seen that. And he hopped right back on Twitter and was tweeting his ass off as if nothing happened. And I'm like, fam, you just got jumped by Migos. You just got jumped by Migos, all 3 of them. Like, Takeoff woke up and legit said, I'm beating your ass today, and did it.
Yeah, so
he accomplished the goal that day.
We'll keep our ear to the streets for that one as well. Since I just brought up the Joe Budden podcast group, I'm so happy that they started another one.
Yeah, because we've been out of the original one forever. And I just realized that they made a new one, and I was like, oh, I need to get in here. Because I miss my My toxic people.
That group is so toxic, but it's so good. They give you so much information. They talk about so many different
Oh my
things. Like
gosh.
the group is a podcast. Like that's really how it is. And I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite groups. I'm so happy me and Lab found
Yeah.
2.0.
2.0.
Oh, missed it.
Oh man. The
But there's
Joe
been
Button
drama.
podcast drama.
There's been drama going on with your Joe Button
I'm
podcast.
so hurt, y'all. I've been hurt for quite a few weeks. If
Tell
y'all
the people about it.
if y'all don't know, of course Joe Button podcast comes on every Wednesday and Saturday every week. It is Joe Button, Maul and Rory and Parks. Those are the basic four, those are the hosts. And of course they have a whole team of other people behind them. Besides the point, two of the hosts, Rory and Maul, which Joe considers to be his friends, decide to like go on a strike. I've noticed for the past couple of weeks that Joe and Rory have been very aggressive with each other, like just with their words. And I'm like, okay, like this is not what you say to your friend. And the way that it just continued for weeks on or whatever. And then last Wednesday, I think was the first podcast where Rory and Maul did not show up. And I'm like, what on earth is going on? And so he tried to, halfway explain it. And basically, it's exactly what I thought it was. All of those weeks that y'all been spicy with each other, clearly y'all have some underlying issues going on. And Joe basically asked one of them, Rory, to take a few episodes off. And then Maul got upset and was like, "What makes you think that you can tell anyone when to take off?" Period. So then that's two. Now you done offended two people. It is podcast day number, I think it's been 3 or 4 episodes now that they haven't been on there. Like it's rough. I'm not enjoying the podcast at all. Not to say that I came there for Rory and Maul, but I have gotten accustomed to their energy together, and it's very different. I also want to bring up, because I don't know if this is maybe the same as when we had our troubles in the past and stuff like that. I also
Mm-hmm.
see that Joe Budden's other podcast, the one with all the girls with Bridget and Mandy and all them, they're having troubles, and I'm like, okay,
They were getting a little spicy too online, arguing with each other.
yeah, like it's just a lot of spiciness going on, and I'm just looking around like, oh my gosh, like me and Jerry, we just live in so much harmony. Like like it's very weird when I see other people fighting, especially when they're friends. But and I understand that you can't do business with all your friends. I get it, but like, geez, I thought that these would have been the ones for him to do business with. He's been doing business with them, and now it's a problem, man. I'm so sad. Then academics, just to add fuel to the motherfucking fire. If y'all are hip to DJ Academics, y'all, he has been going live at least twice a week talking
Mm-hmm.
about this shit. He is feeding off this Joe Budden podcast drama. Just he's eating it all up. That's all
As
he's
he
been
should
talking
be.
about. Right, he should be. But just he's making them look like complete fools. Like, did you hear what he said to him? He was like, "I'll pay you
Yes.
75,000 to do one thing. That's it. Y'all making $30,000 over there. Y'all ain't making no money over there. And I understand why y'all mad. Y'all some coworkers. Y'all some fucking employees. Y'all thought y'all was partners. No, y'all employees." I was like, ooh, he getting at him. Just it's deep. Y'all know I hate DJ Academics, but I enjoy watching him. He is spicy as fuck. He real bold with
He
his
is.
words to be sitting behind a goddamn computer screen. I'll say that.
By so.
Best friends with 6ix9ine and shit. You know what 6ix9ine say? All this shit fake. He don't believe in none of that street shit. Look at how people are moving. Oh, God, it's different times, bruh. You see this shit?
Yeah, it is different times. And it's so
Oh,
much to unpack with the Joe Budden podcast because I agree with Joe Budden. Not in all aspects of what's going on with the podcast right now, but when it was the three of us, and old girl was going through what she was going through with her life, I told her, well, maybe you need to take some time off to yourself so you can figure out what you need to do, what's going on, you know. We'll take a little hiatus, pause, and we just won't record till you get back to 100 or you feel like you're up to it. Okay. Laugh, you were fine with that also. Then once it got to being like, oh, well, is you coming back or no? It was just like, well, we've started something. So me and Laugh, we was just being generous, but we about to get this train back a moving because we not about to stop. Like, we was just getting more coal, more passengers, things like that. So
Shit
I don't
just
think
started
it
popping.
was exactly like, so I don't think it was anything wrong with Joe Budden saying to Roy, if they've had some things going on, there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on with Roy and him at Academic and quote unquote him cheating on his girlfriend or his wife, having side chicks, It was nothing wrong with Joe being like, maybe do you need a couple of days off, or maybe you should take a couple of days off.
Though. Now that you mentioned all that was going on behind the scenes with Rory and Academics and the affair that he got going on. Joe did mention on the podcast, he was like, I don't know what's going on with my friend. He was like, granted, I know that you don't have to tell your friend everything, but the fact that I don't know anything about what's going on in my friend's household and how that may contribute to the mental state when he comes in here to work. Because you must know. So when Jerry and I used to record, it wouldn't just be for an hour and a half. We're not just together for an hour and a half. It takes hours. We have things to do. We got to eat. we need to gather supplies. We like to listen afterwards. We like to brainstorm afterwards. It's a whole production. It's not just an hour and a half. So it's not just the 3 hours that you hear of their podcast, should I say. It's probably an 8-hour day. So if I got to deal with somebody for 8 hours and I don't understand how they're feeling mentally, especially for the past couple of weeks when you've been spicy as fuck, and I don't understand why, and you're not welcoming any, you don't want me to ask why, and just
it's a whole production. So that's why I was like, as soon as you told me, I was like, it's nothing wrong with Joe saying that, because even if Ma said that to Joe or Rory said that to Joe, y'all doing this together. Yes, it's nothing wrong with it. Should have been nothing wrong with that.
It's an entire
even if his delivery was wrong with what he said it or off-putting or how he said it, it's still nothing wrong with him saying that. Now on the flip side,
I think Rory's sensitive as fuck when it comes to tones.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, I have a lot of respect for Ma calling Joe out and letting him know on that same hand, like, what makes you think you have the right to tell anybody that? Because at the end of the day, it is called the Joe Budden Podcast. And yeah, you may have asked us to be a part of it, but now we're a part of it and our names is attached to this business also. Yeah, it may just be the Joe Budden Podcast. That's the name that's selling it. But guess what? Marlon and Roy.
With Rory and Ma, exactly.
They made it the Joe Budden Podcast because when it wasn't them and he was back on when he first started with the YouTube and stuff back when, it wasn't popping.
Yeah, it wasn't popping back then until Rory and Ma got on there and really gave other perspectives. And that's what we needed.
So Joe did say that they're going to go to therapy, him and Roy. I don't know if Ma will take part in any of those sessions.
Probably not.
Yeah, I feel like I
think the underlying issue is between Rory and Joe. It has really nothing.
Yeah, Ma is he's very calm. and chill. If he has an issue, I feel like Maul's the type of person, he's going to speak as soon as it happens.
Oh yeah.
Like the way he called out Joe, like,
Mhm.
I'm nipping this in the bud right now. We're not waiting weeks. I don't need no therapy session because I'm going to check you right now. So I wish them the best. I hope they do go to therapy and they get it
I
together
hope
because
so too.
the Joe Budden podcast, it's beautiful. Hey, it inspired Laugh to create this, and now
that is why I'm here. That is why we're
so,
here. So I
and
wish
there
them
you-
all the best.
all the
Please
best.
get it together.
Just make it work. You know, just make it work because y'all have started something that's beautiful, and y'all are inspiring a lot of people. And y'all doing some shit for podcasting because this is all new for us, for real. And y'all the only ones that's weaving it and trying to create something for the people behind y'all. Because the other big people,
And I feel like that has
they're
to
not
be
doing
expressed more.
yeah, like they're trying. They're trying to leave some kind of blueprint. You know, the Joe Rogans and stuff of the world, they not. Shit, they was already rich.
And I think that was another basis of the problem as well. Anyway, though.
Hey, money is always a problem, but it's
Always.
nice when but it's nice for us when everything is split 50-50.
We do it all anyway, so.
So it's just like, hola, thank you for popping in. What's going on?
Thank you so much for joining.
So,
Rod in the house. Rod from Mixed Feelings. What's going on, Rod?
what's going on, Rod? Love Mixed Feelings.
Yes.
Like, with my whole heart. Oh.
What else we getting into real quick?
But since we just was talking about toxic people, let's talk about this little video that has Laugh and Love. Y'all, apparently Kehlani is toxic out here in these streets.
My God.
Apparently Kehlani is toxic. And when I say toxic, I mean like pussy probably on a million toxic, because I don't even know how I came across this video.
Where did you find this video?
I just randomly opened up my IG and it was from one of them, like, I don't even know if it was like on site. It's like one of those, like the on sites and the neighborhood talk. It wasn't one of those, I don't think, but it was something like that I follow on IG. And they just had this dude going off talking about Kehlani. And he basically was just like, you ain't shit. You toxic. You been fucking me. You was fucking me while you was fucking all them other niggas, and you was actually cheating on me with them other niggas. Stop playing with me. I released the tape, and you know what tape I'm talking about. And I was sitting here, I was just like,
she got tapes. Y'all know they toxic when they come with tapes.
So I was just like, ooh, because I know she's on Laugh's list. Let me send her this.
Listen, y'all, Kehlani is something else. Kehlani, how can I explain Kehlani?
I don't know, because she's like, she's
very, very talented. One of those singers. One of those new R&B singers, if that's what you call it, R&B.
the vibe and
yeah, vibe and B. Because they all sound exactly the same, and they all have the same vibe at this point. But Kehlani is a little bit different. She puts a little bit more. It's a different energy behind hers, and she looks amazing. So, boom, she's on my list. After Jerry sent me this video of dude going off, and I seen how mad he was, all that you've been fucking me since from 2012 to 2017 and blah, like don't drop my timeline, sir. Like, be blessed that you were with me between 2012 and 2017. Now when you go telling my business, now I'm mad. But the shit that he was saying, talking about she got pregnant and aborted it without him knowing, and just was lying about the pregnancy, saying that she was pregnant, then saying that she lost it, then saying that she was pregnant again, and then aborting it without him even knowing.
Kehlani is gorgeous.
Ooh.
Him talking about you fucked up YG, fucked up Kyrie. And I will say this.
I believe that when he got to
I
Kyrie, I
believe that
was like,
about Kyrie.
I believe that about Kyrie. Definitely, he doesn't play the same.
I definitely believe that he don't play the same. He changed mentally and everything after that. He even started talking about the earth being flat. So what's going on? So yeah, you know, she's toxic. And I told Laugh, I was like, shit, I knew she was toxic when she popped up with a baby out of nowhere and being pregnant. It was just like, and wouldn't tell us like nothing about the baby father or nothing. It was just like, I was just like, oh yeah, she.
Didn't even tell us about the stork. You could have just said the stork brought it, and I would have believed it. Shit. You could have
As
told me.
beautiful as beautiful as she is, I can believe it too. That the heaven's like, we're just gonna give you a baby. Here you go. Universe just parted open, blessed her with the baby.
So why is she toxic? I don't understand. She's probably not, because we're only basing this off this video of this young man ranting about this guy, and so she's probably not toxic at all. None of this stuff is probably even true, but God dog it if it is.
Listen to her music. She a little toxic, and that's okay. We're all a little toxic in our own way.
Oh yeah, she was with Party Next Door. He ain't the same. He ain't the same. Nobody is the same after dating her. You know how everybody dated
That's
Erykah
the Erykah
Badu?
Badu.
No, I was just about to say this is even worse than Erykah Badu, because Erykah Badu don't leave men,
broken. Yeah,
lower.
She just changed them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, she lifts them up. Common was walking on his bare feet by the time he slid out of that. Oh no, she's not Cardi B. No, Cardi B is different. That's a whole nother story that we'll probably never talk about.
What's going on with Cardi B? Oh, you must be talking to somebody on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I wish my neck would quit hitting
this. Hey, Twitch people, we love you. We love you, Twitch people. Thank you for the comments and the follows and all that good stuff. We fucks with y'all.
My mom was on IG. Probably left by now.
Yours?
Mm-hmm.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
She just popped in and she leave a comment I didn't even see.
She said, hey, y'all. You see it in there?
The Gone
G on the
Grid?
grind. Yeah. G on grind.
Oh, okay, I see it now. G on grind. Okay.
Shout out to G on the grind.
Shout out to G on the grind. She birthed greatness. Love her.
She did what she could. All right, y'all. Let's see what else we got. How else?
Well, we just talk about people birthing greatness, but this mom woke up, saw her kids cashed out on Amazon. And when I say cashed out, they had stuff coming every single day for like a month straight. And then at the end of the month, that's when the snacks started coming.
Oreos and Ritz. Imagine your child get a hold of your phone.
Pringles.
And logs into your Amazon Prime and orders everything. Like everything that they see, all types of toys, every toy you can imagine. Then all of a sudden
they spent all the
hungry, right? They get hungry, right? They order Ritz, Oreos, Pringles, Welch's fruit snacks.
The good fruit snacks.
By the boatload. Family sizes.
They got expensive taste. And when I say buying up all the toys, they had at least 10 deliveries coming on Tuesday. Oh, that means they probably got them today. Shout out to them. I know they're having fun. They're having a ball. If they're not on punishment.
Oh, my God.
But the icing on the cake, her kids were kind enough to think about her, and they bought her a diamond ring.
With her card, with her Amazon Prime account.
With her own card. Listen, David, I'll have to send you the post. It was just like something we came across and it was insane. Like they cashed out on their mama all the stimmy money. They knew that she got extra money because they came out of her vagina, like, and they spent it. They ran a bag up.
They came to take what was theirs.
They came
Rightfully.
and they conquered. I ain't even mad at them.
Rod said, kids will DoorDash a Frosty from Wendy's. That is absolutely true. Be $5 to send a 99-cent Wendy's Frosty to the house.
See, I'm the type of person when it comes to the DoorDash, I'm adding stuff to it just to make it worth it. That's what I be trying to do.
At least $30. At least.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to get me 2 meals.
In most places over $15, you get free delivery.
You get free delivery. I'm trying to get rid of that delivery charge and give that back to y'all in the tip and keep it moving. I'd be done punch my kid if they just ordered a Frosty from Wendy's. Because first off, Frosties don't even slap like that for you just to be ordering one from Wendy's and paying $10 for it. Or Oreo McFlurry? Oreo McFlurry, though.
Somebody got to make a gif out of Jerry.
Or Oreo McFlurry. I'd be like, well, where's mine at? Oh, you didn't order me one? Well, I'm taking this one because I paid for it. You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm not having no kids if this is what they do. I'm not doing it.
The kids are...
I ain't never. My mother would have killed me. Killed me dead. Dead. Dead.
Listen, the mama, April, definitely would have went upside my head. Oh, we lost Laugh. I don't know what happened. We lost you on IG. It said you left.
I know. How did I leave?
Mm-hmm. Well, we're trying to get that back, y'all. Because IG is trash. They be fucking with us. They be playing with us in our time. But y'all, they just banned Little Boosie for that video that went around of him slapping some older gentleman. And
the mess out of this man.
He slapped the shit out of him. Do I got to add you back?
I don't know. It won't even let me in the live. Ghetto.
Yeah, you're not even on there for send an invite to. Exit the app out and bring it back up, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I tried. I tried to do.
So if you didn't see it, because Laugh sent the video to me, as soon as I saw it, I was like, is this fake? And she was like, I don't. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, no, it's something real iffy about how they just stepped on out of nowhere. Like it just looked like they stepped off a green screen or onto a green screen or something. And slapped the shit out of this man. And yes, he did end up getting paid a little over $500 by Little Boosie. If you ask me, it was probably just the money he had in his pocket. And somebody at the moment, he just asked him like, hey, can I slap you? And he slapped the shit out of this man. Like real life slapped the shit out of this man. I don't know if he's still banned from IG. I'm actually fine with him being banned from IG because I'm sick of Little Boosie. Like it's just, I'm still gonna always fuck up, wipe me down, but it's just like Boosie.
I appreciated him during the quarantine when all the little freak hoes would join the live and
put your pussy lips on live, I give you $1,000.
Right. You know, stuff like that. That was entertaining. Especially when we were all quarantining with nothing else to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out did anybody ever get money for putting their vagina lips on live?
I don't know. That's a good question. I always thought him to be a man of his word, but I don't know. For real, for real. Who knows? Who knows?
Let me send you a request when I searched your name, so maybe you'll get it for IG. But yeah, who knows? But that's that on that. I feel like IG they just sick of his shit too. So at this point, any chance they get to ban him, they gonna get rid of him.
Like, damn, who else did they ban? Like, who's on who's on Instagram's block list? Like, that's funny.
I don't know, because Boosie was the first rapper or artist person that I know of that had got banned or anything. And it's like what his second or third time.
Well,
Oh, oh well. So what you wanna he gonna join Trump little social media site? Did Trump's little social media site says the Lucky Laugh is unable to join?
it's not even letting me look at anybody's live. Like, no one's live. I think Instagram is sick of my shit at this point.
That's so odd. Yeah, because I know because he's banned from Twitter and stuff. So I heard that he was supposed to be starting like his own little social media type site. I don't know if it's dropped yet. That's gonna be the media about to eat that up. Trump's little media site. His followers are about to be going insane. They already out here beating up the Asians because of him.
Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up. Do you think it's weird the influx of like stories about these attacks on Asian Americans? Like, it's kind of like to say like we figured it was happening, but now the media is covering it so much. It looks like it's about to be a thing.
So this might have been last week when I said this. It's not weird to me because Trump hyped up his followers about it being a China virus. He amped them up. This is what he does with his loyal, followers.
This is sad.
So just like you said, it's just now that the media is covering it more, but it's clearly been happening.
Mm-hmm.
But on the same side, that's just how it is now with what African Americans were being murdered. That shit been happening to us, but now people have cell phones and it's on the media. Even if it's not on the media, we're still going to see it on Twitter and Instagram because people are recording and posting it themselves. Plus, it was just a mass shooting that only involved them. So I think that is what really caused the media to be like, okay, we can't ignore this anymore. This is something that we have to talk about because it's been going on. But this man just went on a whole killing spree and only wanted to kill Asian women. So it's clearly something going on. So they just had a parade in Cleveland for stop the violence against Asians or whatever their hashtag is. I'm just waiting for it to say Asian Lives Matter too or something like that because that's just what it seems like to me. It's
I think that's my point.
like it's getting to that.
It's getting
but
there.
Us African Americans, they're not gonna let us keep nothing to ourselves. Shit, they want to steal oppression so bad. Why they still keep us oppressed?
Have you been watching South Park lately?
I have not. I know last week we talked about vaccine stuff episode.
You gotta check out the rest of them episodes, like the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's one about oppression on there. You wouldn't believe it.
Mm.
Right, it was right on time. I was like, I can't believe this episode right now.
They want to be oppressed so bad, and I don't understand it. We can switch.
Yeah. I can run a hair store. Shit. You get killed.
I'm just saying we can switch
You want to take
because
it. Like I never wanted to be oppressed. I never wanted to be
I
discriminated
didn't ask for
against.
this.
I never wanted
And
to be looked
then,
at in that light. But if people want to be oppressed so bad, please y'all take it. I don't care. That's fine.
okay, like please, please, because we got it further over here. We're black and we're gay, so it's just like
And I'm a woman, and that's like a triple.
and I'm a
That's
male, and
I'm
that's a
done. I
triple.
don't even matter. My voice barely matters at all.
So, and we're about to get into that, y'all. Don't worry, we gonna get into the
We
little
know what
nice
y'all want.
stuff,
We
but
getting there.
we know what y'all are here for. We trying to ease into that.
We gonna walk
We
y'all
only
through.
been on for
We
like
walk
an
y'all through.
hour. You know, well, since we're talking about, we was just talking about the whites of the world. Just want to let y'all know that the George Floyd trial has started. Keep an eye on that. Hopefully, they do the right thing and they finally send an officer to prison for murder.
That's what it is.
They've
Murder.
that's all it is to it. It was murder. His lawyer is the defense lawyer. He's already trying to say that the cops couldn't check on him or try to save his life because they were trying to protect the crowd, whatever that means. So crowd control is more important than saving lives, but that's our tax dollars at work for you. So just be mindful of that. They have already settled for like a money for a wrongful death suit. So there's that. Also, you guys should know that the Republican politicians in Georgia, they are on one. They're trying to create a modern day Jim Crow 2.0, as people in the South are calling it. Me and Laugh have been searching all day. We were not able to find the name of this bill.
Not the exact name, no.
So they worded it like they passed a new bill, but me and Laugh are thinking is maybe it was already a bill and they just passed like some amendment so they can edit it, because they just added some things to it to basically make it harder for people to vote. Some of the changes that they have made is now for mail-in ballots, you have to provide a driver's license number to prove your identity. If you don't have a driver's license number, then they have other ways for you to prove your identity. Your identity, if it's, really you or not. I thought that it was weird that they didn't already have that, but
Yeah,
that's
because we
neither here
have
nor
that.
there.
Like on our absentee ballots, like even to request one, you have to put either the
Exactly.
last four of your social or your driver's license number. So we already had that in place. I don't know what the fuck they got going on down there.
What are some other significant changes they've made? They've moved drop-off box locations. So, usually with mail-in ballots and stuff, you can drop them off at just basically any kind of mailbox. They have some that will be set up throughout the city during voting time for you to drop off. Now they've changed it. It's only one location. I'm not going to say it's one location, but most of the locations are only at like where voting places will be located or like board of elections. So they've made it harder for you to do that, for you to actually mail in your mail-in ballot or your absentee ballot. They have banned people from giving water, snacks, and folding chairs to people standing in lines. Now, this is very important and significant because in the South, they make people wait in long lines to make them not want to vote in the first place. So it was people who was just like, you know what? We're going to give you water. We're going to give you snacks so we can make sure that you stay in line. They give you folding chairs. Statistics I saw from the article, statistics have proven that it's no bias. It doesn't affect people voting any kind of way. The Republicans, they don't care. They use that as ammo to say that they be trying to sway people. So they've done away with that. And this is all from Trump saying that he lost the election in Georgia. even though they recounted a good 3 or 4 times, and they even recounted once by hand, and it was never any signs of foul play when it came to voting in Georgia. So that's what they're fighting now. With some other things that were changed to the bill, I just can't remember off the top of my head, but those are the main ones. That's just like they're making it hard for
Just
people
petty.
to vote.
This is the pettiest shit I've
Petty
ever
as
heard
fuck. It's
in my
just
life.
petty.
I still can't believe that this is the fucking world that we living in. Like you make bills, you make laws. Like this is what you do all day.
As soon as the bill was passed, lawsuits have already been launched against it, basically saying, it's a violation of this amendment and I think it's the Civil Rights Act or the Elections Right Act, whatever one of those acts that involve voting. That act, another thing that has caused outcry and outrage about it is the representative who decided to sign the bill. He did it via live stream, but he did it in his office with only other Republicans allowed. And, usually with stuff like this, anybody can be there. If you in the house, you got access, you're supposed to be there. Well, African-American representative, he had the police arrest her and drag her out because she was knocking on the door, trying to get in the room while this was taking place. So that's something else that has sparked this and just made it something.
I remember John King posting about that.
Yeah, so yeah. Just be mindful of your rights. If you're in Georgia, keep fighting. The fight y'all already run it. That's why they so upset. They're trying to make it harder because they know that they about to get up out of here. They made it harder for one of their own allies to help them. They took his power, and that's the man who's over the Board of Elections, who basically told Trump, like, no, I'm not going to lie for you, and I'm not going to be out here trying to find extra votes for you. These are the votes that we have. These are what we're going to count. They took power from him so that he can't have that say so anymore. It's basically like the board has to say it. So just be mindful. If they do all this to stop your vote, that just shows you how powerful your vote and your voice is. So make sure you use it. That was a lot.
It was. Politics is a lot now.
It is.
Now that we're older and we understand what the fuck going on around us, it's like too much. Just too much.
No, I just like to give y'all a little dab every now and then just so y'all can be aware. Everybody's not like me and laugh, but it's nice to be aware of what's going on in
nice
politics.
To pay the fuck attention. Like
that too. That too. Hey, the more you know. So you want to get into the 3 rappers that have been arrested? Or Raz B?
I mean, Raz B will be super simple.
Okay, well, we'll go right into Raz B. We found out from this story from the Library Live. Make sure you guys check it out on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Check him out. That's the king of comments, Darrell himself. Me and Laugh were actually watching it together last Thursday because she dropped some merch off to me for my manager. So we found this story out for him. Apparently, I don't know if this is his ex-girlfriend or current girlfriend or just the mother of his child. She has claimed that Raz B raped her.
And was continuously raping
her. And forcibly impregnated her against her will. I guess that's the way that you would say that, for her to have this child. Since Darrell's story, Raz B has came out and just said that the allegations are false.
Insert Oprah gif here. Like, of course.
When Lab told me that that's all he said, all I could do was laugh to myself because I was just like, you can't be serious. Like the way that you've been dragging Chris Stokes' name through the mud for all these years, saying that he did X, Y, and Z to you, you gonna come out and say the exact same thing that he's been saying, not acknowledge your trauma or anything that you've been through, and just say that these allegations are false? Doesn't sit well with me. Hurt people do hurt people.
Makes sense.
As Darrell said, statistics will show you that a lot of people who have been raped, especially when they're younger and they're children, they end up raping people. So for him just to say allegations are false, it's like kind of a slap in the face of everything that he's been fighting for all these years. Like him actually doing this, as bad as this sound, is not as worse as him denying that it happened if it really did happen. So Raspy, go get some help. Just go get help. Just get help. Just go get your help that you need, because we know you need it. So let's get into these rappers out here that's just living young and reckless and dumb.
Give a fuck, clearly.
So we got 3 different rappers that were arrested. That's NLE Choppa,
and I like
NBA Youngboy. I'm sorry, NBA Youngboy, and Famous Dex.
I like one Famous Dex song. He's facing charges.
He facing like 16 charges. Oh, he's going down. Did you read up on it? Because I told you I was going to read up on it because I didn't even know there was a Famous Dex rapper. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, so he trying to be a Little Uzi, Travis Scott merge? Because that's what the route he's looking like. That's what he looks like.
He's been out for a while.
Oh.
I would say at least since 2017. I've been listening. Well,
he's going down. He had hell of a run.
Years.
He had one hell of a run for the end of his 2020. I'm going to pay the timeline for you. October, he had allegations with, I'm not going to say allegations. October, he got into it with a woman. Police were called. Police show up. He basically has a standoff with SWAT.
Yeah.
If that wasn't October, that was the November one. They arrested him. They came in the house, found drugs, guns, woman scratched up, beat up. All right. Next month, exact scenario. Another young lady, they pull up, standoff, fighting, all of this, all of that. December comes around. A standoff. He gets pulled over in a car with a young lady. He has a loaded gun underneath the seat. He's not supposed to have a gun because of one of the restraining orders that is against him. And the gun was illegal because the serial number was filed off.
Of course.
To put the icing on the cake, he also said in December that he got robbed. They took a watch and thousands of dollars that was on him. The cherry on top of that icing is in December, he also checked himself into rehab. He's facing up to 18 years, you said, Lab?
Facing 18 years in prison.
And he, from these 3 incidents, he has racked up over 16 charges, including domestic violence, possession, stuff like that. So he's going down. He's going down. Unless what? Because he's going down. Unless he pays some people off?
Clearly there was a reason why he checked into the rehab facility 1 month later. This is all part of the case. You already know what's about to happen. about to get a
I mean,
slap on the wrist and
no, but that is good once you
some treatment.
start
That is
showing
good.
the court already before they make you do it. Like he's trying to change and better himself. They say he's young,
No, that's
so
the
that's good.
his lawyer probably told him to do this shit. Like, you better look like you fucking sorry. You better look like you was on drugs during all this dumbass shit that you did, and you better check yourself the fuck in to a rehab facility so that when we appear in court, they can soften the fucking blow. Because you looking wild out
Right.
here right now. Now, if it's
Real
because of
wild.
these drugs, you gotta act like you want to be better, and you might be okay. 18
Yeah,
years.
that's a long
I
time.
sound like Kanye. 18 years.
That's a long time.
Oh my God, no. I feel like he was only
We
18 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's so young.
who you want to talk about next? Noel Choppa or NBA Youngboy? I feel like we should save NBA Youngboys for last. His is very interesting and gets a little deeper.
Yeah, so what's going on with Choppa? Because I like him. I like a few of his songs.
Choppa's dumb. So what's going on with him? He was arrested. I don't remember the state. I feel like it was like Florida or something. Basically, in the article, his car had got impounded. He decides he's going to go to an impound lot, black vest, black Scully, face mask Scully, white sleeves. Him and one of his friends, they jump a fence to this lot, this impound lot, to try to get their car back. Where do you get one of these hoodies is the question. Which hoodie? The limited edition facts or facts, or the pullover facts or facts that Labs have on? We got you covered, Mr. Watts. Just let us know. But they jump over this fence to get into the impound lot, apparently to get access to this car that was impounded. This is where it gets iffy. They're dumb because that's federal property. You going into an impound lot. It's cameras recording them, a whole live stream. So basically, a police officer is just sitting down watching them do this. Call the cops up. His people, his friends, like, hey, look at these dummies breaking in. This is the kind of car they in. When they leave, I'll let y'all know y'all follow them. That's what happened. They got pulled over. They found guns. Nobody claimed it. They also found Xanax and marijuana in a backpack. Choppa did say that was his. So now he's facing jail time. Another reason this is more interesting is because he recently said online that he was giving this life up. He started praising healthy eating and plant-based living and sending positive energy into the world and things like that. And now he's out here being dummy.
Have you ever been addicted to Xanax, Jerry?
No, I've never even had a Xanax.
Let me tell you something. He not quitting cold turkey. Can't. Good luck to him.
So he needs to be in rehab with Famous X,
Yep.
basically.
Just tell him to go ahead and pull the same white card and go ahead and rehab. They should just have the same lawyer. Like, just consult with him. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I think Choppa has been in legal trouble before. I don't know about the Famous Dex person, but I know Choppa has. But if you're making runs like that Famous Dex was, he's probably definitely been in trouble with the law.
Choppa out here trying to do whole ass GTA missions. Like, what are you doing? What are people doing?
Like, what? In the middle of a pandemic? You jumping over fences to try to get your car back? This is not Grand Theft Auto.
At all. This is real fucking life. And next to have you doing
Buy you another car.
Have you doing that dumb
Just
shit.
Pay for that one to get off the impound.
Have you thinking you get away with a lot of dumb shit.
Oh, it's the stupidity for me. Last but not least, NBA Youngboy, Mr. Never. Yeah.
Warm turkey. Probably. We're going to start calling rehab warm turkey because...
Warm turkey, that's what rehab is?
He needs it. He going to need it. He going to need it. Otherwise, he going to keep doing dumb shit like this.
Not warm turkey. So NBA YoungBoy, if you guys remember, he recently was in a police chase on foot with federal
I'm
agent.
serious. It's beyond me.
And I think this was in California, Los Angeles, or something. This is where it
Even
gets
dumber.
deep with him.
I'm not fighting no
When,
50, bro.
when they arrested him, they found a concealed weapon on him. He's not supposed to have guns because he's already on probation. The reason the feds was after him is because he actually had a federal level warrant from New Orleans against him
Which is
for
where he's
something
from,
that
right? I think
I
that's where
think
he's from.
I think so. Um this was from I think it was 2020 also.
I'm telling you, these new rappers think they're in Grand Theft Auto.
They definitely do.
It's
Now
stupid.
the thing with him that gets kind of interesting is because some of his charges have already been thrown out. The reason some of his charges have been thrown out is because apparently it was some iffy shit going on in narcotics in New Orleans with the police department and the police that was involved with his case.
Shout out
There
to
have
Janky
been about
Police.
there are about 3 or 4 different sergeants that had just got transferred to different locations. Um, yeah,
They was
they
having
was
real
basically
problems.
dirty.
Yeah.
They were dirty. That's basically all that it was. They found out they were dirty, and some of his cases and stuff is tied up with those dirty cops. So they have thrown some stuff out. He is still facing some charges. He's being held on bond. I don't know if he's bailed out yet or not. So, but his charges is basically they were saying that he's in part of some kind of drug ring that's going on.
And you
So
know,
he
all
got
of
all
this
kind of
raises
possession,
raises your
all
street
kind of
cred
shit.
in hip hop. This is what all this is for. They're gonna be the best rappers next year.
Street cred is big in hip hop, but
And
is it worth it?
these kids are very impressionable.
Like, is it really worth it in the grand scheme of
Hell
things?
no, I'm not. I don't never want to look that cool. Like, I know jail is not for me. It's not for me. I know the moment I step in there, I'm about to get fought over. I don't like that.
Listen, I know jail is not for me, so I damn sure ain't about to go to prison.
I'm
I
not going to none of
visit
that. I barely want
when
to
I
go to
was a
county.
child. I went to enough seeing my father who was in prison. That is not the place for me.
I'm good. I'm good. Not going.
Mm. I don't even want to wear that orange them fucking dicky fits. Even though I fucked with the dicky fits in high
I
school.
love the Dickie fits.
I had me some dicky fits in high school.
And I don't mind
Khaki
the little
black and the
plain
navy blue.
the little plain gray sweatshirts. I could pull that off. Little orange pant and little kids,
I'm okay.
Toms. I think I could pull it off. But don't put me in no scrub top because
Like, and y'all know I love me some black. I would wear black every day, but no, I don't want to be forced to wear the same outfit every single day.
I wear the same outfit every single day anyway. It don't matter to me.
But that's a choice.
We're in the middle of
I'm
a
not being forced.
Ponderosa. I'm wearing the same shit every day. I'm not changing clothes. On a new outfit to sit on the same couch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The same couch.
Yeah, that's that. Laugh, I have to urinate. So before we get into the Little Nas X, want to do that. Start telling the people about the WeTV though, with Flocka and them. I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna take over, and it's about to get real gay. I don't know why he set his headset like that, but this is what we're forced to be with. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Waka Flocka and Tammy's show on WeTV, but I decided to go ahead and give it a little watch over the weekend. I had some free time Saturday, and I decided to cut it on. And I started season 2, and apparently this is the season where Charlie, Tammy's biological daughter, and of course Waka's bonus daughter, but he claims her, he loves her like he fathered her. It's a beautiful thing. So basically, she's having a quinceanera, her little 15th anniversary, 15th birthday party, and everybody else knows that she has a little girlfriend except Waka. The way that they were trying to play it off is if Waka knew about the girlfriend but didn't know that she would be the one to be Charlie's date at her quinceanera. So how they tried to play it off, it was like, oh, I don't want to tell him, and what if he's weird about it, blah blah blah. So then they tell him.
Not Darrell had the same reaction as me there in the seasons.
The first season was only 6 episodes. The first season was only 6 episodes. So, and they're only on like episode 2 or 3 of season 2. So they just run right through. I like it. I like it a lot. I like seeing Tammy in this light because I was always used to, seeing Tammy just fine all the fucking time. Not to say that she's not fine in her own show, but there's some behind the scenes in this show. Less makeup in this show, and I like it. I like seeing natural Tammy. I like seeing her fight. I
Tammy's
like to see
gorgeous.
her
She is.
fiery little self. Because I didn't know she was like that. Like I knew she was a little bit fiery, but I didn't know she was like that. Prayers to Waka. But yeah, Charlie basically came out to Waka, and he said, "Okay." And I'm like, "Nah, that ain't how he really feel." Because he had a lot to say about some other children coming out as,
A whole lot to say.
he had a whole lot to say. So I thought that maybe
Him and Boosie had a whole lot to say.
with his daughter, his own daughter coming out, that maybe we would see, his true feelings, his true reaction. But when it comes to them editing skills, we is on it. We just kept going back to Waka saying, "Ah, this is my daughter. I just love my daughter, and I don't want to see her grow up. And oh my God, like I gotta get used to blah 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 and this and that, and like she gonna be leaving soon." And I'm like, okay, we get it. You love your daughter. How do you feel about her being so young and quote unquote making this grown decision? Because I was not grown when I made my decision. I knew. And instead of me getting grown and fucking all these different men, and just for me to realize what I've already known,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, not doing it. Not doing it.
Makes perfect sense. Like when you know, you know.
And that's all we're trying to say. I mean, no one said that these children are having sex. When I looked at this lesbian couple, this 15-year-old lesbian couple, I seen like innocence. They were just so innocent. I've never seen anything so innocent in my life because when I was 15, like that's not the shit I was on. But this is some innocent looking shit. Like they were just laughing and giggling and just, they have little codes and I'm like, that's what it is. It was almost like a best friend, but they kiss and blah blah blah. They clearly have feelings for each other. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's all it really is. No one's
That's
having
all it is.
sex at
They're figuring it out.
at 15. Like they're
Well,
just
no,
spending
no,
time. Well, okay.
they are.
They are
The
having
kids
sex at 15.
fucking.
Yeah,
The kids be
the
fucking.
kids
But
fucking at 13. But what I don't understand is why is everybody so okay with them fucking at 13 if they're straight? But I don't know. Whatever. I think it's all disgusting. I don't want to see kids fuck at all. I don't want to think about kids having sex. And I think that's what's so weird about the whole "you're too young" conversation. Like, come on, fam. Just
like, why? How are you too young to know about yourself?
I
Don't
feel
tell
like
me
I knew
what
at
I
like
feel
6.
about myself.
Right. Like I knew when I was like 6. Like, nah, this is what does it for me. Not this. This right here.
So, yeah, I didn't know until I knew, but I always knew that I had an attraction to both. It just so happened when my day and age when we were younger and stuff, when nobody talking about being gay or it was one or the other. And society had already decided that I was gay before I was old enough to even thinking about sex. Like I legit been being called gay since I was a little boy. So
Yeah, you could say the same about me.
like that.
It
Yeah.
was pretty apparent.
Yeah, I didn't. That's always been my only take back about being gay is I never liked the fact that other people thought it was okay to see something and try to call it out themselves for
Yeah,
me
like yeah.
without me saying it. Like you don't get to make that decision for me just because you see these things about me. I'm still me, so I don't notice them about myself. The audacity of you, because heterosexuals don't get that. They get the privilege to just exist in their
Yeah.
sexuality.
Yeah. They just get to be.
They just get to be in their sexuality, and they're the most toxic people
We
walking
gotta
on this
address
earth.
it. We gotta come out. We gotta do dumb shit. Like no one wants to do this. Like just goodbye.
And
Leave me alone.
if we keep it in 100, I want us to stop coming out.
To be absolutely clear, I didn't exactly come out. I think my whole family just knew and we just all roll with it. Nobody has to talk about it and I love my family for that. I don't want to talk about it with y'all. It's honestly respectfully none of their business who I lay in bed with at night. Whether it be man,
Respectful.
woman, hermaphrodite, whatever. I don't care what it is. It has nothing to do with y'all. Respectfully. I love y'all to death, but that's just not a conversation that I ever want to have with y'all. So and if y'all want to have it with
Yeah,
me, I
I
mean,
told.
I'm not saying that I'm not open to it, but what I'm saying is you get two questions and that's it. And as soon as we start crossing the line, that's when I'm cutting it.
Yeah. Nah, you. They didn't get no questions. I told a handful of
You'll get
people
two. And y'all better
when
come up
I
with them two
discovered.
together.
Like I was like, yeah, I think
Y'all
yeah, I'm
better
gay. Like after I
collectively
had
figure out two
tried it and
questions.
did it a few times, I told the people who I wanted to tell, and I kept it moving. My mom told my father, and that was that.
I think my dad found out in the streets. Didn't want that to happen that way, but I mean, it's what it
Well,
is.
I was just of the mind frame once I knew I was out of high school and I was I was in 12th grade when I knew by the what should I say when I started experimenting, but by the time I knew I had graduated. So I'm 17, 18. I don't owe y'all no explanation. So, but I told the people who felt like should know and deserve to know. That was my mom, my sister, Darrell, and I had like two best friends at the time that I told. That was it. The rest of y'all, when it came to uncles and aunties and people in the world, y'all had already been calling me gay. So what the fuck I need to come out to y'all for?
My stepdad asked me, and I told him, and we had a conversation, and I appreciated that. He was like, "Well, you know, I always kind of knew." I'm like, "Okay."
Okay. So since we're talking about this gay shit, because we are gay as fuck over
Oh
here.
my God, it's getting real gay over here. Getting real gay over here.
Little Nas X has been shaking the fucking table all week.
All weekend.
Like he released this he finally released the video for his next single, Call Me By Your Name. If I'm not mistaken. Call Me By Your Name. Yeah, I think it's called Call Me By Your Name. The video is very gay.
Very gay. I love it.
Um and it has the people shook.
Well, you know the
They are
people.
they are banning him. They're banning their
He
kids from
offended
viewing
so
him
many people
because he gave the
at
devil a
once.
lap dance. So
It's not that bad.
I watched the video for the first time yesterday. The whole time I was watching, I was like, this is it.
This is it.
This what y'all so mad about? And this was before he even got to the giving the devil a lap dance. And then when they got to that part, I was like, so they mad that he giving a chair a lap dance with green screen? Like,
Right.
I don't understand
It's clear as
because
day CGI. Well, you know, the representation of it. But how everybody is, the children. What did the children think when they see this? The children, the kids, the
so
adolescents.
do you want to start dragging first or do you want me to start dragging
You go
first?
ahead. I'm going to slide upstairs real quick. Start your
Okay.
drag.
Okay, I'll start dragging because the first people I'm going to start dragging are the parents. I am so sick of you lazy parents and your lazy parenting skills. It is not society's job. It is not these artists, male or female. It's not Little Nas X responsibility to be a representative for your children. It's not his job to raise them. It's not his job to make music just to please them because you would rather decide for your child to be raised by YouTube and the internet than to actually raise them yourself. The problem is, see, back in our day, parents, when they got sick of us looking at a TV screen or being in grown folks' business and things like that, they told us to go outside and play with people our age, where
They
we got
wouldn't
to
let you back in the
socially
house.
interact. Unless you was going in and out and letting that air out, then you had to make a choice if you want to stay in or out.
But if they kick you out and you stay out, you can't come back to the street lights come on. Like you need to be gone
Period.
for the day. Find you something to fucking do.
Period.
That's how they used to do.
And that's my biggest issue with this whole thing. They are so mad at Little Nas X. Well, you're for the children. He's not for the children because
He has
Old
never
Town
been
Road
for the children.
thought that was about riding dick the first time I heard it when I heard the chorus, and I still think it's about him riding some dick.
Because it is. He had lean in his bladder, y'all. That was one of the lyrics that your children was singing about.
And
He's gonna take his horse to the Old Town Road. You know what that means?
and for you people out there, well, he was going around to the schools performing it, and he was collecting a bag and a check, but
Y'all
also
gotta
he didn't have a
understand
choice.
something. Right.
He's on a label.
Listen, y'all
He has a
gotta
boss to
understand
answer
something.
to.
Y'all have to understand something as an artist. If I make said song and a certain demographic picks it up, that is my audience and that is who I tour to sell this show to. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a bunch of kids picked up on his song and made it popular.
And the adults are the ones who pick the shows.
Now, if kids are his fan base and his audience now, how can he tour? How can he come here to House of Blues? How can he come here to the Grog Shop when these children who listen to this Old Town Road song can't fucking get in? That's number one. Number two, who else better to provide a safe haven for kids to see their favorite artist than their school? And unfortunately, your child likes this whack ass, simple ass, $40 least beat ass fucking song, and now it's the biggest song in the world. And these elementary schools are paying top dollar to him for him to pay his bills at home.
Mm-hmm.
Paying top dollar for him to come to the elementary school to sing one song. I wish.
I wish that I miss the accountability with parents.
I wish that somebody would pay me to come out and sing one song. One. The beat was least. And then once it blew up, of course, why not buy it? Shit. You made it the fucking most popular beat on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
$40. He paid $40 for that beat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never mad at people like Lil Nas X who use um emotions, emotional people, because that's what a lot of people are. They're emotional. They react to certain things, certain imagery. Of course, Satan being one of them, especially with him being gay.
Like,
It
it's
all
so much
ties
to
together.
unpack because
Yeah.
we're going to hell anyway,
According to
right?
y'all, yeah.
According to y'all, we're going to
We're
hell. We're
going to
going to
hell.
burn in a lake of fire because we're gay anyway. What did you expect the gays to do when they in hell? Y'all want us to just be down there? We're going to have the time of our lives like we do anywhere else. So guess what? The devil probably would end up getting a lap dance, but he might get a lap dance from a thick bitch that's just done had one too many shots. Guess what? The devil would probably be down for it. At
You
this
know what?
point, send me to hell because that's where all the niggas in the fun
Let's
gonna be at
pause right
anyway.
there. Let's pause right there. Let me ask you something. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think the response would have been different if it wasn't him giving Satan the lap dance and maybe it was a
Yes.
female
You
giving
don't even have to
Satan the.
finish that segment.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Or you know what? You know what still would have been cool
Mhm.
if the devil had boobs.
Yeah. And we probably wouldn't get this response. I
Or
think if it
if
was a
he
if
was the devil and it was a woman giving him a lap dance, that would have been cool too.
yeah.
Or if the devil had a white face, because it's a whole show now called Lucifer that the people love so much
Oh
that
my
Netflix
God.
picked it up and brought it back.
And one day I'm gonna watch it. One day I'm gonna watch it.
It
Everybody
just
says
got
it's so
renewed
good.
for a new season, and it's called Lucifer.
Yeah, we're talking about the Lil Nas X music video. I hope you didn't see that, Sam. That's my little cousin.
Like, it's just, where is the accountability from the parents? They want to shift blame to everybody else so bad. Y'all mad that Cardi wants to make a song about how good her pussy is and how wet it gets. And it's on TikTok. Well, if you don't want your kids listening to this music, well, then guess what? Take away their access to it. Because I remember when I was young, when we were growing up, my mother didn't want us listening to music with cuss words in it. So guess what? We didn't hear music with cuss words in it. It's not that hard. Now, granted, we heard it when we were with our like aunties and uncles and stuff, and they was riding around blasting the music. But when I was with my mother, me and my sister, and we were in her house and her household, she didn't want us to have access to this stuff, so we didn't have access to it. You don't want your kid being on TikTok listening and hearing WAP and Little Nas X and all that. We'll just take away their tablet.
Can I also add to this?
Mm-hmm.
I was never sheltered from anything. I listened to everything, like cuss words. I seen a lot of shit, and it's not even my mom's fault or whatever. But she didn't care. Um,
Mark, I like Lucifer and Supernatural also. Just putting
if
that
you
out there.
know that your child is somewhat mature
Not,
enough to not,
not Dom Diddy in the building.
is Dom
Go get
Diddy?
y'all some wine. He got
He on
got a
Instagram?
show going on right now. Mm-hmm, with
Oh,
Lamont
okay.
Avenue.
If you know that your child is like mature enough to handle stuff like this and not be quote unquote, well, what y'all think, um, persuaded or whatever it is that you think happens to brainwash, whatever it is that you think happens to kids with music videos. If you know that your child is mature enough to bypass all that, then only y'all know y'all children. That's another thing. If you know that your child is not mature enough to deal with this, then you clearly have to step in.
Mm-hmm.
However, like I said, I was never sheltered to any of this. I don't even know how my mother would feel if I was a child right now and she had to try and quote unquote shelter me from this music video. Because I think she would probably try.
But the
She
thing
would
is,
try
the
and
music
fail.
video isn't bad though. Like I
She would
watched it, and
fail because
even on.
your kids are still gonna watch the video. I need y'all to know that your kids are still gonna watch the video. You know why? Because you made such a fucking big deal of it. Now at this point,
Mm-hmm.
you made such a fucking big deal of it that everybody wants to know. All the kids want to know what's so wrong with their favorite artist's new video. It's inevitable. You're still gonna have to talk to your children.
They didn't have a problem with him kissing the alien at the beginning of the video.
I did. I was disgusted when that tongue came out of his mouth. I was like, oh, ugh.
And that was more inappropriate to me than him giving a devil a lap dance. They didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with him
I looked away
going
at
down
that.
the stripper pole or stripping. They didn't have a problem with how he was being cast off for being gay and chains and stuff.
Thank
Because
you. In chains.
if you pay attention, he was really telling a story.
Full
He
story.
tried something that was foreign to him. That's the alien. He liked it. He kept going with it and being gay. That's what happens in life. Guess what? Society told him it was wrong and he was going to go to hell.
Yep.
He went to hell. Discovered I'm still gay and I'm here. Might as well get a devil a lap dance. Ain't say nothing about the bulge. They didn't
That's
have
the
a
first thing
problem
I
with
said.
the bulge.
Oh my God, that made me so uncomfortable. It was just so many different other things that made me so uncomfortable with this video.
Little Nas
That
X.
that the whole Satan lap dance shit was just like that was the least that is a green screen. I'm looking at the rest of this imagery uncomfortable as a 32-year-old woman. I'm uncomfortable. With no children, I'm uncomfortable. Listen.
So let's take it a step deeper.
But I love the video. I think it's because I just love art and like I like when art makes me feel uncomfortable. That's what it's supposed to do.
And he's a troll king. This is what y'all need to realize is Little Nas X used to run Nicki Minaj page. Okay, he was a barb. They're the kings and queens of troll and how to use the internet.
And it's off your emotions. It's your emotions that he's the
first artist that legit knows how to use the internet because he grew up in the internet age. And when I say he grew up in the internet age, that means as soon as he was born, he had access to the internet. We grew up in the birth of the internet age.
We had dial-up. We couldn't use the phone and surf the web at the same time.
Yeah, so he knows how to use it, and he's trolling. And he, just like Lab said, he's feeding on the emotions and the controversy because he knows it's going to shake the table. He's been promoting this song for a couple of months.
Like I said, it was in a whole Logitech commercial, and I love that Logitech commercial.
And that was just the chorus.
Oh my God, I loved how gay the Logitech commercial was. I love the little message, the boundaries.
Thank you, Auntie.
Society.
Talk to your children. Explain to your children what they're seeing and watching.
Please do. Please do. Yes. And I think that's another
accountability.
Thing I think that some parents are scared to talk to their children.
That's all it is. So they would rather blame Little Nas X for their problems because they don't have the courage to sit their child down and have a adult conversation
and
with them.
Unfortunately, the shit is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. If you can't explain this to them, I don't know what y'all gonna do in the future when shit gets worse. When they get older and they don't know how to process certain shit because you don't even want to have this conversation with them.
Yeah, and then it gets deeper because he released some limited edition Nike Air Max devil inspired shoes.
Air Max 97s, I believe.
Apparently with one drop of human blood in all of them.
In the sole.
Oh. I will say the shoes are hard. I don't care what anybody says, them shoes are hard. Gorgeous. And a lot of people would wear those shoes if it wasn't connected to the controversy around it, or the fact that so many before them had said that they were trash or they didn't like them. Because in today's America and on the internet, people are followers and not leaders anymore. As my auntie also said, talk to your kids and tell them to be leaders and not followers. Nike came out, said that they didn't have anything to do with the shoes, no parts of it. Now they are suing the person who designed them, something for
Mischief.
like infringement and a whole bunch of stuff.
And I feel like Mischief is like an art gallery in itself. And I was trying to tie this all together.
Yeah, they're way too much money to run. They're not worth $1,000.
Yeah.
I just
It looks like they can only like sue Mischief. They can't sue Lil Nas X. It looks like because if that's the
so
case, why didn't Mischief get sued over the Jesus Nikes? Since they Mischief did those too.
so laugh. I'm a out the box thinker, and I like to think of different scenarios and stuff. I really feel like this lawsuit has more to do with the heat that they may have still been catching behind the scenes with what just happened with the person that they let go,
Mm.
and how her son was basically selling shoes and stuff. I feel like it has more to do with that than the Little Nas X. They took this as an important step because the person who designed these shoes, he made custom shoes. He might resell them also. And I feel like this is a very slippery slope because there's so many artists out here that buy a pair of Nikes and they customize them for people. Because that's all these shoes were.
Exactly.
They were just custom Nikes.
Like, why can't I buy 666 pairs of your shoes, redesign them, and resell them like everybody the fuck else does?
They're mine.
I watch people all day on the internet buy Vans, customize them, sell them.
He didn't do anything wrong.
I think it would be really funny if these shoes are fake. I
Like
think it
if
would
they're
be
fake Nikes,
so funny. Like if there wasn't a shoe at all and maybe it was just the ad that was supposed to be the
I
story.
mean,
It would be
hey,
really
that's
funny if there were no shoes dropping on Monday and
no.
y'all just
Apparently, they
had
already dropped and sold out.
they don't drop till Easter or something. Unless it was a pre-order and the pre-order sold out. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much. I didn't have $1,018 in my pocket on my person. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
$1,018. Please.
No, I
Didn't
heard
have
they
it.
had sold out already in like a few minutes or whatever. Just
Yeah, it says sell out in under a minute. I'm like, how?
it's when you sit back and you just really think about this story and how the internet just been on his ass, and now he worships the devil and all of this. It's just
I'm
like, I
so sick of
mean,
people claiming that other people worship the goddamn. Y'all think everybody worship the damn devil?
y'all about to be mad at me because I don't think it's anything wrong with somebody worshiping the devil if that's what they want to do. Because last time I checked, the devil was a fallen angel. And he basically got kicked out of heaven because he had different views than God. That's how I looked at it. So I don't see why there is an issue with somebody worshiping the devil. What is an issue is the people who are atheists, who don't believe in anything. Those are the people we need to be worried about, that are just walking this planet and they don't believe in anything. That's weird to me. Like all the gods and religions that have been created, the vibes, like the stars, the planets.
They don't believe
like,
in the vibes. Atheists.
Even if you listen, even if you would just want to believe in gravity because it's what's holding us down to this planet that doesn't have us floating, you don't believe in nothing.
It's a scary thing.
Like you don't believe in nothing. That's scary. It's nothing scary about a man going down a pole and giving a lap dance to green screen. Like it's
Also, I don't see no difference in the shit that be sold at Hot Topic and Spencer's and stuff like that with all
hello,
the devil worshiping shit in there. All that shit's cool, right? I got plenty of band T-shirts with like a bunch of demonic stuff on there. That doesn't.
baby. The whites still worship Twilight, and last I thought vampires were demons. Like they really pick and choose their outrage, and it
They
makes
do.
no sense.
I remember they used to be outraged over Harry Potter in general. I just I sat back yesterday and I just reminisced on all the things that people were just so outraged about. And I was like, "Oh my God." Like
Baby,
everything just got
y'all knew Beyonce, Jay Z, and Kanye were a part of the Illuminati.
they- it's exhausting. It's exhausting to sit on the internet and try to talk sense into people who are just already stuck there. That's why I don't even waste my time. It's the cognitive dissonance is at an all-time high, and it comes with a free side of audacity. So I quit. Y'all can have it. Y'all believe whatever. I don't give a fuck who's part of the. Y'all got it. They
And
all
a
part of
free
it.
set of
All of it.
audacity.
Everybody. Y'all got it.
It just, it's,
I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I'm not gonna argue with y'all. When y'all
you
sound
know,
stupid, I'm gonna just leave y'all there to sound stupid. I
just
can't.
leaving there to sound stupid. And to you parents out there, we know that me and Laugh aren't supposed to be speaking on these topics because we don't have children. But I would like to point out we don't have children, but we have excellent moms who set a good example. We have aunties and uncles. We know people with children. We can give a better insight from the outside looking in on just how stupid and how bad of a job that y'all are doing at raising y'all kids in this
He
time.
just went there.
I went there because it's the truth and they need to hear it. Stop blaming everybody else in society for what's going on with your child's life. Because at the end of the day, it is your job.
That's your house, bruh.
It is your job to parent and lead and install as much things into your child as you can. So when they do go out into the world, they try to go out there with their best foot forward. Us as humans, we're going to fuck up. Kids, they're going to fuck up. They're going to do whatever they want to do.
They're
Just
gonna
give them
watch that
the
video regardless,
regardless.
and they're gonna feel the way that they were gonna feel regardless.
I got I got kicked out of computer class in high school because I wouldn't stop watching Upgrade You. My mom had told me I needed to go to sleep and I couldn't be on the computer no more watching Upgrade You. So I was just like, okay, well, shit, I'm just going to watch it when I get to school. And that's exactly what I did. Kids will do the same thing.
Yeah.
And guess what? They know how to use the internet better than their parents. You want to block them? They know how to go on YouTube and unblock that ever filter y'all got. That's why you need to
Listen,
take the tablets from them.
they can
Turn the internet
they
off.
can create a whole new email and create a whole new Facebook. You don't even know what the fuck going on with your child. They have a phone. If they have a phone, they have access to all this stuff. They And kids are so smart. I would hate to be a kid right now because I don't even know what I would be into. I was smart back then with not a lot of the stuff that we have now, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I don't know what I would be into if I was a child with all this
Same,
power and information in my hand. Just
same,
it's very
same.
scary.
It is a very scary world growing up in these times, and age is just as scary for us as young adults in it. But parents, once again, when it comes to your children that you decided to have, it's your job and your responsibility to raise and educate them. Nobody else's.
And sorry, parents, nobody's
Nobody.
banning Lil Nas X. In case you don't know how business works,
It's not going to happen.
he is number one on Spotify, Spotify by itself alone. Ain't no telling what the fuck he doing over there in Apple Music. He is number one right now. Y'all hear what I'm saying? He's number one. He's making the money. He's made the money before. He'll do it again.
These are just the
And
facts.
he is his label's priority. Ain't nobody
Mhm.
banning Lil Nas X. You will have to deal with Lil
You will
Nas
deal.
X for the rest of you and your child's lives. Do with
Mm-hmm.
do with that information what you need to do. If you have to gather your children and have talks with them, do that. I encourage that because it's only going to get worse. This is not the worst. This is not the worst.
Truth.
Remember when people used to be outraged about Tyler the Creator? Oh my God. People thought
Hey,
that
R&B legend True Soul.
he's here. Oh, he's on
He's
Instagram.
here
I'm about
on
to
IG.
look at it.
Yeah.
Tell him I said what's up.
Laugh says, "What's up?" She got banned from IG tonight or something. I don't know
Apparently, I
what's
got
going
banned
on.
on Instagram. I don't know what's going on. They won't let me on there. I can't see nobody's live. I can't look at nobody's stories. Like I don't went to my anyway. Have these conversations with your children because it's only
Have these
going to
conversations.
get worse. Clearly, y'all were outraged over green screen, and I understand. I understand from a religious standpoint, y'all was scared. Y'all don't know how to
Fuck religion.
explain this. I get it. But now is the time to have these conversations with your children. It's not going to get any better.
Like, at the end of the day, fuck religion. I'm tired of y'all using religion as a crutch for y'all to be lazy about topics
And
that's
Tyler
going
been
on.
saying that y'all thought Tyler was the whole entire devil. Now y'all favorite song is Earthquake. Shut the fuck up. Like I'm so sick of people being outraged about the same and then in the future everybody singing Earthquake. That's their favorite song. Like,
Mhm.
oh, this Tyler dude is pretty. Yeah, you hated him years ago when he first came out
Hated
because he
him
did the
years
exact
ago
same thing, the same
because he was
trolling.
different.
He did the exact
Because he was
same
different.
trolling. He was eating roaches. He was doing all the dark demonic talking and talks of suicide and he was saying the F word that is derogatory to gays. He was saying that a lot. Like it was a lot of shit that he was doing to get in. And now that he's in,
And
he
then,
made
and then
beautiful bodies of work. It's almost like you have to do shit like this to get people to pay
pay
attention to
attention
you.
to us. But it's a lane for that. Like, children need, it's people out in this world that need that music because it
Yeah,
stops them from committing suicide.
yeah. I remember yesterday when I posted that status, I'm like, I don't know no artist, any artist that caters to children, that makes music for children. And then everybody, of course,
None.
starts
TV shows
everybody
cater to
started,
children.
tagging, random people or saying random people. I'm like, I don't know these people. And
And they're
again,
not artists.
well, not even that. I said I don't know any. You see what I'm saying? I don't know these people that
Mm-hmm.
y'all I don't have children that are on tablets looking at these things. I don't know.
Buy
So if
kids
if
about
I know an artist, I don't assume that they make any music for children if I know them cuz I'm grown and I listen to grown music. So I don't know.
hey parents, start parenting your kids again. All right.
Y'all got to do what y'all got to do, man.
And,
All right.
and that's just that on that. That's is that it?
That can be it. Because the
All
rest that we
right.
had on our docket wasn't really all.
No, we covered everything except the helmet of salvation.
Oh my God. Well, I was gonna have on my helmet of salvation on the pod, but I feared that a lot of people wouldn't understand
They want to understand. If you
the
don't know what
importance of the
helmet of
helmet of salvation.
salvation is, just know that Mr. Jack's wife that he embarrassed last week, she came back with a poem about her bonnet and her army fatigue shirt, and
What did she call it? The chest
I don't
plate
know,
of righteousness. What she call that shit?
something like that.
Oh
It was
my
a lot.
God. The helmet of
It was
salvation. That shit took me
a
out. I'm
helmet
like,
of it
yo,
was a lot. So
we
hey,
need
I
we
ain't mad
should
at her sis for
we
saving them
need
edges.
we need EDSP helmets of salvation. That's what we need.
Hey, I'm here for it. I ain't got no hair to protect, but got to keep this head shiny.
Let me find out a way to bulk sell silk scarves with our logo on it.
Listen, I wear a do-rag
I'm
just
wearing it.
because.
I'm wearing it out, and I never wear
Matter,
it.
matter of fact, get us some velvet ones.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Velvet
Don't
gonna take
it?
my hair out, but so I'll get silk.
You get silk or
I'll get silk.
satin.
Yeah.
I get a velvet one, and we in there. So, to the people watching, thank you for tuning in. This was episode 77 of the Everything and Then Some podcast on another Talk Your Shit Tuesday. I'm just Jer. She's the Lucky Lab. Check us out on all social media platforms. At this point, once again, you can just go on Google and Google us. We're going to come up everywhere that we are. Platforms, our apps are the same on all platforms. Make sure you add us on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. We've always are gaming. You ever want to pop in and play some Call of Duty League? Play with us? Just send an invite if you see us online. The more the merrier. That's all.
We play League play, y'all.
We like to play League play. Make sure you check us out on Twitch and YouTube. We got some things in the works, so just wait on it. Announcements will be coming soon. We will not be streaming the up and coming verses. See you, David. Thank you for tuning in with us. The next verse is going to be Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers. That is this coming Sunday, Easter Sunday. We're not going to cover that one. We will tap in because Verse has been playing with us when it comes to the battle, the
Once
TV. Like they've been playing
really
with us.
streamline or stream it.
So yeah. So we will try to tinker with it to see if we can master it, so we can get into the SWV Escape verse battle. But if not, then we're just gonna have to cancel going live on verses, and y'all will just have to act up with us on the comments and stuff. So
because we'll definitely be in the comments now.
Yeah, we'll be in the comments. So I think that's it. Hit us up for merch. Until you hear from us next Tuesday, y'all go be great out here in these streets.
Go be great.